not our evidence was good. And logical fallacies is really just another level of that. We're trying to make sure that what we're talking about makes sense, that we're not making logical errors. And we also want to be able to recognize those errors in sources that we read. So when you're looking at a source and it has some of these errors, then maybe it's not the strongest source that you could use. And you have access to lots and lots of source information, so there's no reason for you to settle on something that's not as strong as it could be. So on page 98 in your book, it starts talking about logical fallacies. If you took good notes of chapter 3, if you took good 2-column notes of chapter 3, you might already have some notes on these fallacies. So if you wanted to just revisit those and kind of add to those today, you could flip in your notebook to that because they were all bolded terms. So things like straw man, bandwagon, those kinds of things were just gone over in the chapter. So what we're going to start by doing is we're just going to go over the 10 fallacies that chapter 3 goes over. And so with a partner, you guys are going to put that word in your own, the definition of that word in your own words, and then you're also going to come up with an example. The book gives examples, but we want to come up with additional examples. So for some of these, you might be able to think of something that you hear on a regular basis. You might be able to think of something that you encounter watching television, surfing the net, things like that. So let's try to come up with good original examples. So I'm going to divide you up so that we can do all 10 of these terms. Let me do a quick count of how many people we have with us today. Somebody in the bathroom? Yeah. Okay. So we will have one group of 3. It'll be you guys. So you guys are going to do red herring, and everybody else will just be with their partner. So you guys will do ad hominem. You guys will do faulty analogy, straw man, either or false dilemma, hasty generalization.
You and Sophia?
Yes, that's how that's going to work out. You and Sophia, circular reasoning, bandwagon, begging the question, and post hoc ergo propter hoc. Okay, so you're just coming up with, go ahead and write down the one that you're doing, because I want to go to the next page because I have the instructions. You're just coming up with a definition in your own words, and you're trying to come up with a really good, memorable example that we could use to remember what these are. Okay? Okay, go ahead and start talking to your partner.